Hey, it's a new tower.
Welcome
We're
back to
going
Tales of
in.
Symphonia. Let's go to the final dungeon? Question mark.
Stop trying to fool your
Not
fans. Really. Open says me. Wow, I timed that great.
The one and only time that Zealous is useful for plot reasons.
Well, he kind of has to. We can't open it otherwise.
I know, it's literally a repeat of the Tower of Salvation in Silverant, so it makes sense for a doll to be around too. Because you needed Colette to open the way to the tower then, so we need Zealous to open this one.
You know, you can get really scary sometimes.
Don't make me kick you off this bridge.
It also
I like how it just fight. I like how the wall just fades out. It's like it wasn't even there.
Roger.
I like that chuckle.
Very disturbing laugh.
Yay,
Fuck you, Regal.
foreshadowing
Fuck
for
you,
optional stuff later.
Fuck you, Regal. That laugh is funny. Like
Even more obnoxious than usual? Nah, he's always like this. Ignore him.
I should know. She broke my back once.
She's pretty sharp.
She know. I should know. She broke my back once. What'd she do? Jesus, what'd she do? It's like, Jesus, what'd she do? She suplexed me off a tree. What? Oh, one time. She suplexed me off a tree. Oh, one time.
So yeah, if the game didn't make it obvious enough already, yeah, something's up with Zealous. I wonder why.
I'm
Shifty
sure.
eyes.
I'm sure it's nothing. He probably just left his toothpaste inside or something.
Okay, so I'm rearranging my party because, spoiler alert, we're gonna have a boss fight immediately when we come in here.
Shock. I'm shocked, I tell you.
It's another boss fight that you're not intended to win. In fact,
actually, you
for
are.
story reasons.
Actually,
I'm
going to counter that. You are supposed to win.
Ghastly.
You're supposed to survive. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else.
Yes, you are.
Okay, my mistake. We'll get to it.
Is this really Teteala?
I keep thinking that. I keep thinking the.
It looks
I
like
keep thinking the
identical to
vines wrapped around is
Silverant's
just
Tower
a
of
giant snake for no
Salvation.
reason. I don't.
No, it's the Carlon tree.
I know that. I just don't know why I kept thinking that. It's like giant ass snake over here.
Can't be. Lloyd, remember this?
Oh man.
Wait, I broke that.
You also
I
broke
broke
your
this.
scarf again because apparently your sheath is going through your scarf.
I broke this.
Also, you didn't break your.
The two worlds are connected here.
Hey, by the way,
Of course, it's the
you
same
should already
place.
know that these two worlds are connected. You fucking dumbass.
You've literally been here before.
Did you not see the caskets when you walked in?
We're literally doing the exact same thing we just did before.
Since you figured
Except
that
this
out,
time you know that I
it
used to
saves
work
me
for
the
Mythos.
Also, I'm in a completely different costume, so you know I'm different.
We'll take the chosen to a new body.
That outfit's badass.
It looks stupid.
Although it looks like it was designed by Tetsuya Nomura. What the fuck is with all the belts, Kratos?
He looks like he fits right into Guilty Gear.
I have no need to.
I pulled this.
That or Kingdom Hearts. Look at all those fucking belts.
How do you take that thing off? I don't know.
Or Final Fantasy 12 with Lulu.
I like to imagine he just.
Or no, it's 10. I'm
I
sorry.
like to imagine he wore his purple suit on top of that. He's just hot the entire fucking time. He's roaming
Also,
around.
Kratos, when did you get the flamberge? You bastard! I could have used that like 30 parts ago when you were still part of my team. You asshole.
Actually, I think didn't he use that when you first bought him?
I know, that's my point. Where did you get that sword, and why didn't you
Ow.
have it when I first had you on my team, you bastard?
I didn't.
Okay, so this time when you're fighting Kratos, you do have to beat him.
Yes.
But he...
And Perseus already did. Big shock.
Well, big shock, I haven't been using Persea for a while.
You're useless!
She at least has her POW Hammer Deluxe.
You're useless! You're fucking useless!
So basically, Kratos is exactly the same as he was the first time you fought him.
I'm sorry.
Kratos is exactly the same as the first time, except they lowered his stats for you to be able to actually beat him this time.
Actually, I think he has the same. I think he actually has the same stats as before. It's just you're leveled to the point where you can actually beat him for real now.
Yeah.
He does have this.
And if you
like
went
he has
through
it.
and rebuilt Lewin like I did, it'll make things a lot easier.
Yeah. Like he has this. Like I was saying, he has the same stats as before. It's just you're stronger now. You're stronger. You're at the point where you can actually beat him for real now.
I think if you're playing the PS3 version, and you're playing on a high difficulty, now he can actually use Shining Bind as a Mystic Art.
Yes.
But since I'm playing the GameCube version, he does not have Shining Bind. So
in the GameCube version, no bosses have Mystic Arts except for one, but
except for the final boss, in which case,
I wouldn't even count that as a Mystic Art, honestly.
It's not the same Mystic Art that he has in the PS2 version, but it still counts as one.
Yeah, if he in the PS2 version, if any boss character went into Overlimit, they would use a Mystic Art at this point.
Yeah, and Kratos would use Shining Bind, which may as well be an instant kill. And since it has an AoE effect, he can screw you over and kill half your team in one turn. Which sucks.
Anyway.
So basically, all Kratos is going to do is he's going to
dead.
spam Double Demon Fang and Super Lightning Blade. If you can survive those, you're fine. He's not that hard.
He's really not.
Just use Guardian to lower the damage for Super Lightning Blade, and you'll be fine.
By the way, we were here the whole time.
I would advise against
By the way, did you? By the way, did you really think you were just going to walk outside? You literally
Don't hold back this time.
You literally just walked inside. You literally just walked inside. This is the equivalent of walking inside enemy HQ and being like, "Hey, take me."
Don't hold back this
dumbass.
time. By the way, I held back. Fuck you, Kratos.
Now you don't know where I am in the power scale.
Maybe
I mean,
we were tricked.
you do know I'm a half-elf angel, so I'm obviously holding back.
Meanwhile, Ringo is in the corner being like, "God damn it, I'm in jail again because of these assholes."
It's like, oh, I'm home again. Great.
I'm home again. Alright, dibs on the toilet. Where's the toilet? That's the thing. There is no toilet.
I feel guilty for letting this happen to Colette and the others.
You weren't even here.
Why I
You
keep
fucking
getting
idiot.
captured and getting thrown
Shut your mouth! You weren't even here!
I do love that Lloyd is self-aware of how many times they reuse this scenario of him getting arrested.
You know, I'm
It's
pretty
like, yeah, even the
Also, I'm pretty
even
sure
the character
I'm pretty sure
itself
he's
is realizing, yeah, this is the third time Namco's
yeah.
used this plot.
I'm pretty sure he's slim enough that he can just walk through the bars and be just
This
fine.
thing's built solid as a rock.
If anything, just take one of your swords, put it through the bar, and use it to pick the damn lock.
I'm pretty sure Genius is small enough to actually fit through in between the bars.
Can Colette or
At least they
Pasea
do mention the fact that Lloyd can't pick the lock, and apparently it's strong enough that even Persea and
So we're
Colette
going to
can't.
keep-
I'm pretty sure Sheena could have picked the lock at any time.
No, instead we're gonna have
Rio do a
Regal.
Hadouken. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Look at that shit.
or Kamehameha, one of those two.
Rio's like, nah, fuck this. Break the break the bars.
I was hoping I didn't have to do this. Actually,
I like to imagine it's like, nobody's gonna pick the lock. Really? All right, fine. Let's get back. I'll take care of
it's
this.
like, man, I didn't want to do this. Actually, yes, I did.
So he's Mojo Jojo.
Then why don't you
Yeah,
just fight
I was hoping you'd get that reference.
I
I didn't want to have to do this. Actually, yes, I did.
I found it with your sassy mouth.
This time, I used them in order to save you, Lloyd.
I didn't want to do this. Oh, actually, I did.
You're going to unite the worlds and save
I
Colette.
do not sound like that. I do not say the same thing over and over again. I'm clear, precise, to the point, and ow!
Everybody grab what you can and let's get out of here.
That's like That's like the biggest gag he's ever had. He just rambles on and never shuts up.
The best part is at the very end of the episode, after he knocks Bubbles out again and gets her memory back, he goes back onto that same rant again.
Yes, he did. Oh, shut up!
I love that episode so much.
he just sits there looking awkward and he just walks off screen, picks up a girder and just whacks her with it. I'm just like,
That's because Bubbles wouldn't shut the hell up, and he realized how annoying he was.
I'm just sitting there like, if you're that strong, why don't you just do fisticuffs instead of all this science shit?
He's a super genius.
He's strong enough to lift up a girder by himself.
So is everybody in that show for some reason.
Power scaling, what is it? Also, welcome to our next dungeon.
Yes, it's a very short dungeon, thankfully.
Well,
Also, this is going to be
well,
one...
I'm gonna be honest, it's dungeon in quotation marks.
Yeah, well, it's the closest thing to a dungeon without actually being one. Also, once again, this is going to be the game going, fuck you. Because look, once again, for story reasons, Colette realizes she can fly around, but we can't do this in the actual game for some reason.
Shush.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of little things that could have been solved easier if she did this more often.
Not saying you're lying.
I love Colette, and I think that's one of the reasons why I find it so frustrating that she knows how to fly and doesn't do it.
I'm gonna push block now.
I mean, it's only like 80% of the puzzles in this game.
Look at that, she lifted up the block over her head and set it behind her. Why can't we just do that? God damn it.
Or just carry us up there herself.
Like, you just
She's been proven to be super strong. She carried Regal when we beat him up the first time.
just be... Then Symphonia just turns into a side-scrolling beat-em-up. You just lift boxes and throw them at people.
Do you know how amazing that would be if if Namco did that?
Well, they kind of did that with Twin Brave because that's basically Dynasty Warriors with a tail skin, but that was on PSP.
Yeah,
and nobody likes
true.
to talk about it anymore.
Wait, I thought that was the Smash Brothers.
No, that's
clone.
that's Versus.
Oh.
Which, by the way, works perfectly well on the SNES Mini for some reason.
Man, I wish I could get a copy of that game.
Only downside is that it's single player only.
Yeah, and it's not translated.
Well, yeah, that too.
So anyway,
I find fun trivia about that, by the way. There's like 5 Symphonia characters in that game that are playable. Out of like I want to say the 20 roster.
I think at that time the newest game was probably
They're all
Abyss,
angels.
which is probably why Symphonia has so much
We're
representation.
gonna get caught
What does
if we keep
Abyss have to do
wandering
with
around
Symphonia?
You're right.
I'm just
We
saying,
pretend
at the
to be
time,
Colette's
they only
prisoners.
had so many games to pull
She should
from,
be
and since
fine
Symphonia
because
was
she's
the
an
most
angel.
popular at the time, they used that one. They
Okay.
used more characters from that.
I'm more upset that Jade wasn't in the game. Like, that's bullshit.
Like well, it's a Super Nintendo game, so probably Abyss wasn't out yet.
It's not Super Nintendo, it's PSP.
Oh, it is PSP?
Yes.
Okay.
All I said was that it works on the SNES Mini just fine.
For some reason.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know why.
Okay, so this is Welgaia, and pretty much everyone here is basically what Colette and Persea were before we fixed their Crucius crystals, so it's kind of creepy.
Also, we can walk around just fine.
Yeah, as long as... Yeah, they use that to their advantage. Like, Colette's an angel, so we can kind of just wander around no problem. Even though we could probably take all these angels no problem, because they're not really that much stronger than normal people. But where's the fun in that? I mean, we're not trying to kill angels. Technically.
Not these guys, because they're kind of dead.
Well, they have souls, they can talk, so... It's also nice that they can spout exposition right in front of our face without them realizing it.
By the way, here's our exciting backstory that I'm sure has nothing to do with you.
Here's the entire plot that Yggdrasil hasn't actually told you yet, so we're gonna tell you it first.
I told you not to tell them that! God damn it!
I will bring that up, well, there's something that'll come up a bit later, but the one thing about the story that I don't really particularly care for is that it takes way too long for the main plot to actually get going. By the time you do find out what the main plot is, the game's already over half. It's already more than halfway over.
Yeah.
Like, if this were the end of Disc 1, it would make more sense.
Something like that.
And then just make Disc 2 a little bit longer. Or have Disc 1 end the first time you meet Yggdrasil and run away from him.
Double doors open.
Yeah. And this is when I start... This is me, like, it's been a while since I've been here, so I don't remember where everything is in here. And the big problem is that every room like this looks the same. So, shit.
There it is.
Yay. Now we get to make Colette sad. Poor Colette.
They can't feel happiness anymore. They can't even react to Smash Brothers reveals. It's so sad.
Terry Bogard got in, and they don't even realize it yet. Colette, do you even know who a King of Fighters are? Yeah, you told me about it.
They also have Sans in there. He's a costume.
I don't know who Sans is. Is he like the son of that sword dancer we fought 2 times ago?
He kept saying Zelda's gonna have a bad time.
He keeps saying jokes. I don't get half of them. You're not supposed to, Colette. Don't think about it.
He makes really bad puns.
Yeah, I don't. And Colette's the type that wouldn't really get. Colette wouldn't understand them, so she wouldn't. They would go over her
No,
head.
if anything, Lord would be the one that doesn't get it.
No, maybe. Well, both of them then.
Zelda would be the one laughing his ass off the entire time. He gets every single one.
And then
no, go back. You're forgetting plot.
I am forgetting something. I'll go back eventually. I have to go back anyway.
Yeah. You can't leave without it as it is.
Yeah. So it really doesn't matter which order you go in. You're stuck here until you do things in the right sequence anyway.
I actually forgot all about that.
I did too, because it got me freaked out for a second when I thought I missed something here.
No, it's not that. I didn't think you could actually leave. I don't think you can actually leave without getting the thing anyway.
You can't. But you can come here first. You're not technically supposed to come this way first, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
There's only so many places you can go anyway, so you're not going to get lost here.
Thankfully.
Lloyd, you're already on the first floor. Shut up, Genus.
He just keeps pushing the one F button. Not moving.
I wasn't even talking to you. Talk to the other one, you son of a bitch.
Sorry for the noise. There's a whole bunch of cars passing by. I'm guessing there's supposed to.
That's okay.
I'm guessing there's a race this week or something. Because there's
That's all right.
The road's always busy whenever there's a race in the future.
Mm.
You have idiots going down a 30-mile. You have idiots going 80 on a 30-mile road.
If they want to get into a car accident and die, that's their choice.
Yeah, but do it somewhere where I don't live.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is the one thing I dislike about this area. There's so many small rooms that have literally nothing in them. What's the point? Yeah, see, even there's like, fuck off.
Why are there multiple floors? Because it adds life.
No, it's not the multiple floors that's the problem. It's the multiple floors with the 2 side rooms that have nothing in them.
Oh.
What's the point of the 2 side rooms?
Optional bosses? Question mark.
No, one of them had a dark chest that had a Nebulum weapon. The rest are literally there to waste space.
Maybe they planned this to be a tower-like area,
Maybe.
and then they scrapped it.
Or something, I don't know.
Like I can imagine, you know how some fighting games have like a tower you have to beat in order to progress up the floors and all that.
Or it could be like...
I was thinking it was probably something like something similar to that you could do like at Endgame or something.
Or it's like Phantom Hourglass, where you have to keep going up the tower, and then when you get halfway up, when you go through one part of it, you have to backtrack later.
Nobody liked that.
No, that's why they fixed it in Spirit Tracks, where it was literally the same thing, except you didn't have to redo the same floor every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're supposed to talk to this guy first, so that you can learn about how you need an ID to get in there. Despite the fact that we're taken prisoner by Colette, who's also an angel, but okay, got it.
See, your hair's blocking the view. I can't see anything.
Well, you just can't see Lloyd. You can see Colette just fine.
I can't see shit.
So now we gotta get an ID card. Because that's the same. Because of course we do.
Be like Duke Nukem. I don't need no fucking ID card. And proceed to get your ass kicked. After that.
Okay, so now we can learn about more plot,
Whoa.
which really you don't have to.
Woohoo.
Good job, Colette.
I pushed the button with my head.
Keep being adorable. We all love you for it.
Well,
I love you for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of us do.
You like Colette. Don't pretend like you don't.
Nice and deceit. Okay, fine.
You just like Sheena more, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, but
Okay, so the reason we came here
at least
is now
one of
that
these.
that's the teleporter we need to finish the rest of this place off.
Both these characters are important to the story. No, let's feature Persea more, who has as much relevance to the plot as a can opener.
But her plot is relevant to Regal's plot, which was over in 2 hours anyway, too.
Exactly. They're both Persea is the can opener, and Regal's the can.
But then we also have a second chosen who obviously has a lot of backstory. No, we'll put his backstory as optional side quests.
And yet he's supposed to be the most popular character in this game.
First, gee, I wonder why.
This is why nobody takes the Tales fanbase seriously. I kid.
It's almost like if any character is a womanizer, Japan instantly falls in love with them because they love that trope. I mean, I have nothing personally against it, I just find it tired when it's been used to death. It can still be done well, it doesn't make it any less redundant. I do like Zelos as a character. He gets annoying sometimes, but it doesn't make him a bad character. I love Raven, and he's the walking epitome of that. Like to an obnoxious extreme, and I still love him for it. Then there's Alvin, who the game pokes fun of the fact that they're overusing that trope.
Even Crestoria made a skit exclusively saying having no fan base is better than having an Alvin, or something like that.
Alvin was designed specifically so that Namco could run that trope into the ground because they knew they overused it at that point.
Yeah. Like I have to look up that joke again. I can't remember it.
It's the fact, like, it wouldn't have been that bad if not for the fact that Zillia 1 literally used that joke like 6 times in the same game.
Wow.
It's like, how many different times are we gonna say that? Like, how many different ways are you gonna say Alvin's gonna betray you, but then he doesn't, but then he does, but then he doesn't?
This is what you get for distrusting people.
Like, was it just to piss off Elise? Because if that's the case, you're a monster. She's 12. Or 13. I don't remember how old she is.
I can't remember.
Point is, if it's just to piss off Elise, you're a monster.
We're not. Remember, you're not a monster unless you hurt somebody.
And then Zillia 2 tries to do that again, and then everyone's just like, no, Alvin, stop. we're not falling for that again.
Just take a roll-up newspaper and slap him with it.
No, even Elise is just like, no. You basically adopted me. I'm sort of your daughter now. Don't pull that shit.
Right,
I mean, she's not really, but it's kind of implied that she kind of is.
Just roll up a newspaper. No.
I mean, like, who else, like, you got, like, who's gonna take care of her? Jude? He's got a, Jude? I don't know, he's busy doing God knows what. Mila? I don't know what the fuck Mila knows about taking, like, Mila knows anything about taking care of kids.
Yeah, it was the Anime Expo skit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was where they're poking fun of the fact that he's like, they're poking fun of the fact that America sees protagonists differently than Japanese do.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're trying to Americanize the main character by turning him into Captain America.
Oh God.
And who has Spider-Man powers.
I've heard that research involving humans were being
Well, at least Japan knows a lot about Marvel.
And we require a
Well,
fragment
but
of mana.
Marvel did have an anime back there.
Then please show me.
Oh yeah, I
identification.
mean, Japan got
Not again.
anime versions
Do we
of Marvel
absolutely have to
Marvel
have that?
cartoons.
Here's the quote I was talking about. They're talking about how the main male character needs to be buff in order to be popular.
Oh no.
And she says, "You know what they say? Alpha may betray you, but muscles never will."
God damn it.
Understood.
And he's like, "Nobody says that."
Yeah, that.
Also, gotta love the fact that out of nowhere, like, Kratos just has a pre-recorded message of like, yeah, give these random people a mana fragment. Do it.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of Gary in Red vs. Blue, where he records a message from the future while
Just a
everything
moment
bad
ago,
is already
you said
happening
you
as
were
he
going
says
to use
it.
for high explosives.
That's right. And it just so happens that it's also needed in the ritual. So we aim to retrieve it.
it's like this. It's like, Caboose, this is me talking to you 10,000 years into the past. Whatever you do, don't touch anything.
You seem to be a little
Apparently, you're supposedly this version's world of the apocalypse.
While you're complaining about these little nitpicky details, you're
It's
giving
like,
Yggdrasil weight.
you're gonna have to step it as soon as you put that bomb on the X. It's gonna lock everything up and it's gonna be a trap. Oh, the doors are closing by themselves. Stop telling these things, or at least say them 10 seconds earlier.
Make sure you get it to them.
I do like this scene because it's the one time in the entire game where Lloyd actually becomes intimidating for 10 seconds. He's like, dude, the longer you wait to give us the mana fragment, we're just gonna go tell Yggdrasil that you're wasting time and he's gonna kick your ass.
He's like, I want my check.
That's like the one smart thing that Lloyd does this entire game.
But I want my paycheck.
So anyway, now that we have the mana fragment, we can actually get past the guard at the end of this place. So yeah, this really isn't a dungeon. It's more just like talk to the right people at the right time. Alright, but that teleporter's broken. Because, well, it's not broken, but it's being guarded, so... So we gotta go all the way on the other side.
Yep.
Like jerks. This took me a little bit to remember exactly where to go, because I'm like, wait a minute. No past me. You walked past the wrong you walked past the wrong platform. Go back a little bit.
I think he realized that.
I do. It's like, wait, no. You walked right past it. Go back up.
Meanwhile, I'm staring at my screensaver of Ruby crossing over with Batman. Batman just
No.
Batman's just staring at her like Batman's just staring at them like, did I miss something?
Wait, why is Ruby crossing over with Batman again?
It's not an actual crossover. It was just something to
Oh, that's right. You just made that.
No, it was just artwork to promote the 30th anniversary of the Batman series.
Ruby would so hang out with Bruce. She'd find him awesome.
Just don't become the next Robin, please.
She'd survive longer than most Robins at this point.
You don't know that.
She's got her semblance of super speed. Why not?
You don't know that.
Okay, I think past me is starting to remember. Okay, I didn't go far enough on the other side. Come on, past me. Remember to. You know where to go. You know what to do. Come on.
I'm scared of that guy.
Like you. No, it's more like Lloyd Kahn's like, come on. All I had to do is stab him, and we're good. No, Lloyd, we gotta be inconspicuous here. But it would take 2 seconds. Oh, fine.
Away. Plot dump. Away.
And then I remembered, wait, there's a different elevator that I'm supposed to take. And I'm still not going the right way because it's not above the... Like, no, past me. It's not over here. It's down. Like, you're in the right area, but you gotta go down. Don't go up the staircase.
This is why we cut.
There we go. No, I think I see what the problem was. I didn't see the other staircase because of the... There we go.
This is why we cut.
Oh no. Oh no. We wasted like what? 30 seconds.
It's 30 seconds we could have used to advance plot.
Oh, shut up.
Oh man.
We're fine. Oh no, apparently we're not.
Hey, this guy stole my ID card.
Those guys, that's the... Sir, did you realize your wing is clipping through the wall? I know, we've been over this.
Did you realize your wing is clipping through the wall? I told you to ignore it.
We've been over this.
I would love it. I would have loved
okay.
I love it. I would have loved it so hard if one of them just flipped him off while he was being transported away.
It would totally be Sheena.
It's like, eat shit.
Okay, so now we're in the actual dungeon proper, and we'll deal with that in the next part.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is a fun dungeon. That's not actually really that hard. It's just tedious as shit.
It's also in space.
Space! I forgot you used that. The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space! God damn it, Command and Conquer.